Hello, everyone. Right. Okay. Hello, everyone. Right here on now. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about what's going on in news. We talk about Rihanna and Tyla. They had their drama at the Met Gala. Was it a misunderstanding? Was there beef? What was the stack facts and rumors coming up? As well as Rihanna also had problems with ASAP Rocky. What's going on, Rihanna? We talk about it coming up. As well as this, Ted Turner, the legend media mogul, passed away. We'll talk about him. And we'll talk about the Alabama redistricting fight. And we'll show you a clip right here, what went down right here.
Marching up to freedom. When voting rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. Under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back.
Getting now started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Connect Now. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad to join here on Connect Now, alongside Brittany Shea. Brittany Shea, how you doing?
Doing good, doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's what's
Join in that conversation using the hashtag Connect Now here on Connect TV. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, Brittany Shea, let's get started with this right here. With Rihanna and Tyla. These two singers are popular among their genre. They're about saying the same genre. But Rihanna, some people say Rihanna feels like she's been slighted, that Tyla is trying to take her spot. But Tyla claims she's not trying to take Rihanna's spot. And they had a little awkward conversation at the Met Gala. But let's look and see what Tyla has said right here, right now.
I look crazy right now, but I just woke up. My voice is raspy. But basically, y'all, everyone knows I love Ree. Oh my gosh. So I met her last year, and she was cool. You know, I met her, but I think she was occupied because she was like, I went up to her, I was like, oh, hey, you know. She was like, hey, my baby dad is calling me, and then she left. And I was like, oh, maybe she was busy. So I don't know. I felt awkward. What the heck? I felt awkward. I don't know how to say hi. If I feel like someone's busy, it's like, So this time, I was waiting for my car, and she was right there, and I was, yeah. So this time, yeah, I don't want to go up because I felt like she was busy, you know what I mean? And the last time she was busy. So I want to, like, when we do speak, if we do end up speaking ever, I want it to be, like, calm. So we both can just, you know, vibe and talk nicely.
All right, Brittany Shea, what's your whole thoughts on Tyla trying to clarify her interaction with Rihanna?
I was kind of initially confused about what was going on with them two, but it sounded to me Rihanna probably said hey, and that was it. And she had went on about her business. That's what it was giving me. And Tyler probably felt like the whole interaction was awkward. You know, you just standing there. You probably was thinking more was gonna come from it, or more, discussion or talking, a conversation, and it didn't happen. So I just took it up to maybe Rihanna probably was in a bad mood, or she was probably ready to go or something. That's all I took it as.
Well, let's show that bad mood situation right quick. All right. So we showed that it was kind of a little awkward with Rihanna and Tyler. We know Rihanna was saying that she was tired, she was overwhelmed, she had a long day, she hadn't seen her kids all day. So you think that played a factor?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it seemed like from the video, I mean, when she was standing outside the curb, I don't know when her interaction was with Rihanna. Maybe it was during that time where they was waiting on their cars. But yeah, she looked like she was like pissed off to me. I think, or a little agitated, but I think she was agitated at her man, her baby daddy.
Well, we'll get to him in a minute, but like we said, we'll have more on this situation tomorrow. Deep dive in on viral. So if you want to see viral on this situation, it'll be screaming tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Speaking of that Rihanna did have issues with ASAP Rocky, but they kind of looked like they was kind of, they was acting more like they was happy dubby. Show you here right quick. Rihanna ASAP Rocky doing this. Let's look at a shot of what they were saying.
I'm feeling sad.
Yeah, we feel how we look. You know what I'm saying?
How did you come to that conclusion of what you're gonna wear? It goes together nicely.
It's giving ravishing.
All right, you see,
I agree with her.
see, both trying to, fight to the cameras and stuff. There might be something deep down going on, but a lot of people were saying that ASAP rocking around and had a little couples tiff, but it really wasn't nothing. Everybody kind of worried that Rihanna kind of trying to make Rocky look emasculate. What's your thoughts on it?
You said emasculate him?
Yeah.
I really can't say. I mean, we don't truly know these people. We just know what we see and go by and base it off that. But I think I don't think she trying to emasculate him, but she is the more successful one, has the most money, but I think she still let him be, the head of household in their relationship, but hell, who knows what go on behind the scenes with that situation. But it looked like they was having a very rough night in that damn Met Gala, because one thing about it, them folks know they be capturing everything. The damn paparazzi, the video cameras. It's like I think about back in the day when celebrities didn't have to have all this fanfare. I mean, they did, but because yeah, they did. They had fanfare, but they didn't have like cameras and social media back then. So you found out rumors for like, blind items and stuff like that. So that would have probably been like a blind item back in the day. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about the whole Rihanna ASAP Rocky thing. It looking really rocky, to me. But it's all couples. All couples had their peaks and valleys and highs and lows. So
Okay. Yeah. Also have ASAP Rocky and Rihanna a video drop tomorrow about them. So look for viral on all these Rihanna related themes with her with Tyla, and her partner ASAP Rocky. So
right.
a lot going on with that. Speaking of that, CNN founder and WCW founder Ted Turner has passed away at the age of 87 years old. Ted Turner has been called the mouth of the South, and he was married to Jane Fonda. He started CNN. He started a whole list of networks: TBS, TNT, Cartoon Network, you name it. Ted Turner was the foundation, even was the foundation for the city of Atlanta when it came to sports, owning the Braves, owning the Atlanta Hawks, owning the Atlanta Thrashers. Ted Turner was the force. He was the man behind making Atlanta what it is today. So Ted Turner, Brendan Shade, passed away at the age of 87. True titan amongst media when it comes to professional wrestling and news media and everything in between. What's your thoughts about Ted Turner passing away at 87?
Well, I can say, I didn't watch plenty of stuff that he made, TNT, TBS, WCW, contributed to WCW wrestling, all these media outlets and media empires that he created. So, I can appreciate Ted Turner for what he done in media and TV. And I also I hate to bring this up, but I was a fan of Real Housewives of Atlanta, so it's been rumored that he was Marlo's sugar daddy. But I don't know how true that was, but I seen a post where somebody said somebody go check on Marlo because there was a sugar daddy allegedly. So, but other than that, I don't know why I had to throw that in there. And then I was thinking about his relationship with Jane Fonda
Yeah,
too.
he was
So
married to Jane Fonda.
yeah, so I think about that as well. So I feel like he left behind a legacy. So.
Yeah. Only thing I can recall when Ted Turner was like WCW when he was the owner and he really pushed Vince. He had the pockets to push Vince McMahon, the then owner of the WWE, to the limit, creating the Monday Night Wars with Nitro and Raw face to face. But Ted Turner really paid the foundation and stuff. And outside of that, he kind of made it clear, Brittany. He was kind of like focused on Atlanta. He started as an ad man, and then he worked his way up, and then he had all these millions of dollars, and that's what we know. Everything the rest is history.
Uh-huh.
All right. Go over from moving forward from Ted Turner to more pricing stuff that we want to talk about. The Hantavirus. Brenda Shay, you said this is kind of like going to be the next COVID, the Hantavirus, about the cruise ships and stuff. Let's look at a little news packet right quick to get everybody caught up on what's going on with the Hantavirus right here, right now.
The MV Hondius is sailing closer to Spain's Canary Islands following the Hantavirus outbreak that killed 3 passengers on board. The body of one of the deceased is still on the ship.
I want to be unequivocal here. This is not SARS-CoV-2. This is not the start of a COVID pandemic. This is an outbreak that we see on a ship.
On Thursday, officials with the World Health Organization confirmed 5 of 8 people sickened on the ship were infected with the Andes strain of the virus.
In previous outbreaks, there has been instances of human-to-human transmission, mainly among close contacts.
Several states are now monitoring former passengers, including 1 from Virginia and 2 from Georgia, who health officials say are currently in good health and showing no signs of infection. The MV Hondius departed from Argentina April 1st. 5 days later, a 70-year-old Dutch man developed a respiratory illness, and on April 11th, he died at sea. His wife died 2 days later.
One of our passengers sadly passed away last night.
Video taken April 12th shows the captain telling passengers the death was due to natural causes.
Since we were not informed of any contagious disease, everyone was relaxed.
Nearly 150 people are now quarantined on board. Doctors say isolation can help prevent respiratory spread, but this is an unusual case.
Is this virus something cruise passengers in general should be concerned about?
There's no reason for the general passenger on a typical cruise to be worried at all about Hantavirus. This is a really unique one-off occurrence.
The World Health Organization is investigating whether the first passengers who died on the ship may have contracted the virus in Argentina while bird watching near a landfill. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Sorry, pretty shy. We're back.
They say, excuse my language. Did they say a motherfucker was bird watching by a landfill?
Oh yeah.
What kind of stupid shit is that? And you could track the Hantavirus by bird watching by a fucking landfill. I know who did it. You ain't got to tell.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll tell me later. You said the Hantavirus. Say what now, Brittany?
We know who did that shit. Landfill bird watching. We know. We ain't got to
Okay.
say who. They know. We know. I sound like Lisa Ray. You know. I know. They know. Go make no damn shit.
Now, they saying that it got rodents like rats or something like that can spread. So, I mean, is we gonna get back into the age of COVID again, wearing masks?
I mean, if we start hearing more and more cases of it, I believe so. You know, unfortunately,
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. I went ahead and brought my damn mask just in case.
Me and you both.
I know.
Me and you both.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
What
but
to expect? The unexpected. So
Okay.
you know how they go.
Yep.
All right. They're gonna be wild, but we're gonna keep a close eye on this Hantavirus and see what's going on. But speaking of that, during this week, a lot of redistricting was going on. We know that Alabama lawmakers was trying to be at work trying to redistrict something that really didn't need no redistricting. They was just trying to eliminate two representatives' job, Terry Sewell and Shavari Figures. Let's look back at the crime, not crime, but the outcry of what's going on with the Alabama legislature. Take a look. All right, you see right here a whole outcry from protesters trying to say that the gerrymandering, the redistricting of the Alabama vote, and you see a lot of them trying to figure out what's going on. They already know that this is kind of like the Republicans trying to get their control of power because they know they're cheating because they know their time is coming up in November. But I mean, if you live in the state of Alabama, you shouldn't be worried because you got the majority. I don't know why you want to even go there. Brittany Shay, what's your whole thoughts on this redistricting, gerrymandering stuff?
It's absolutely BS and cheating at its finest and trying to cheat and steal the House of Representatives, but it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna prevail. Everything gonna be turned back around. You see what I'm saying? The judges are denying it. I don't know if New Orleans, I think they agreed upon it. I don't know. I had to look into that, but I know it got denied.
It got denied here in Alabama too. I don't get why they trying to do that when they got the majority. Why would you even try to worry about the minority when you got the majority vote anyway?
Yeah, you just said it. Majority worry about the damn minorities. They worried about the minorities, period. They try to do everything they can do to dismantle all programs that have been set in place for Black people and the advancement of Black people. They helped us. You see what I'm saying? To give us equal. What's so wrong with that? Like these people, some people really are just genuinely evil. Period.
Now,
yeah.
No, I said, go ahead. What you was trying to say?
Yeah, I'm just saying. They just inherently evil. Like trying to do stuff to diminish Black people and our success and taking away jobs and trying to cause the job market to be unstable, especially for unemployment for Black people. They doing everything they can to roll back programs, the right act, DEI, all this and that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, we had two protests going on. Here is activist D Woods. Here's what her protest what she had to go through. Let's take a look.
Marching up to freedom land. When voting rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. Under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. 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 When voting rights are under attack, what we gotta do? Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back.
It was chaos going on in the capital, the state capital of Alabama in Montgomery. You see D Woods and Representative Bonnerin Gravan was trying to protest about the redistricting and the gerrymander. Brenda Shea, it looked like going on in Tennessee too. It was two lawmakers, those two young boys that's out there trying to protest too, and I think one of them burnt the Tennessee flag. I was like, oh God, everybody ready to protest and ready to show they're determined. They're more determined than ever trying to fight for a cause.
Yeah, it's time. I feel like Black people, we done set aside and had our risk. Now it's time to crank it up and show their ass. We're not to be messed with and played with. You're not finna take our rights away or try to play like you trying to take our rights away. We ain't going for it because we're not going back, baby. We going forward. All that
But
stuff you mind and you thought about black people, we gonna shake, round and roll, baby. We ain't with the shit. Period. We not our ancestors. We not having it. We appreciate our ancestors and love them for paving the way, but we not going. We not going. Period.
you had to wonder too what like people like Clarence Thomas and all them that's black and should know better and was benefited to like affirmative action now trying to not be beneficial to others about the affirmative action. That's not right. And I think he should be called out on it.
Yeah, he been called out, and like they said, all skin folks say kid folk, and he literally is Uncle Tom. He Calvin from Django. He all the cool. He the king of the damn cool.
Right. I mean that's just crazy. But I'm glad they denied it because it don't make no sense of trying to take away rights and then you got Terry Sewell who's been she's been in that seat ever since I've been in high school or something. For me, me and you both in college.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, she's been fighting for everybody's rights. I don't get why they want to take her job away from her, as well as Shamari Figures, who just got into the job.
Yeah, we're not playing about them two, and I'm telling you that right now. And
Go ahead. Big
I said my hat go out to them, all the people that came to support them, the protest. D. Reed, Gwendolyn Gavan. I was surprised by her. You know, she stood up and and stand up for her. So she earned my respect. You know, I know I've been a critic, but she really stepped up.
Yeah. Well, let's look at this little video that we call right here for the Only in Birmingham situation. I'm going to show you the Only in Birmingham that Gwendolyn Gavan did. But it was just like an AI video. I'll show that video right quick before we leave out.
And as you can see, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly!
You know what? You getting blocked!
Baby, I come in the street, so I got PTSD. Beat up for me when I jump in my sleep. Shit that I've been through is not for the weak. Trapping cause I gotta eat. Baby, you rollin' with me. Hit from the bag and that's.
Oh, he said on my mama.
Who said on my mama?
Oh, I thought you said on my mama. I said, oh, okay. All right. Well, like we said, only in Birmingham. Only in Alabama when you think about that, Gwendolyn dancing in Birmingham dance or something like that. But
that's in Montgomery.
Yeah, she just took it from another level. But do you think the Republicans gonna still try to fight this stuff, try to get it pushed through?
They gonna try, but they not gonna succeed because the counties that they represent are majority black counties. So it's fair. And to be honest with you, the gerrymander and fair maps would be blue and red all on each state, honestly. But they trying to so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not going to be in their favor benefit.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for here on now. So for Brittany Shea, I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of Connect Now.
Peace.